Now, in the midst of this Ukrainian woman getting poked up on the train situation, it's been a lot of talk. It's been a lot of backlash. A lot of people are upset about this situation. And some people feel like that mental health stigma, that mental health narrative is no excuse. People feel like this dude is an animal. He's a demon. He's a monster. And he needs to be thrown under the jail. I want to know how y'all feel about this situation, because we all know if it was flipped, that mental health narrative is being utilized to the utmost. We know this. So should this man be awarded the same type of treatment, or does race play a huge factor in this? The fact that she was a young, pretty white woman who lost her life on a bus full of black people, does that make this whole thing racial? Hey, listen, we didn't land on the plantation. Plantation politics landed on us. Let's get to it.
That who started that GoFundMe for Buddy ass that stabbed that lady on that bus. I swear, some of y'all need to be hunted down and beat.
So obviously someone started a GoFundMe for the perpetrator. Why they would start a GoFundMe for the perpetrator, I have no idea. Who started that GoFundMe? We need to find out who started that GoFundMe. What if it's an agent provocateur? What if it's someone who's itching to get this race war on and cracking? Maybe it was someone from the other side who said, you know what, this will be a good look, and this would force people to get frustrated and cause chaos and anarchy, all by simply making a GoFundMe. We got to think about these things, because what person in their right mind would create a GoFundMe for a man who brutally took a woman out on the train? That doesn't seem to make too much sense. But let's get into it.
Y'all making up these weird ass excuses talking about mental health played an important part. So fucking what? He need to be under the jail. His ass still need to chill. What the fuck does that mean? Knock it the fuck off. He wasn't that crazy. It was other men on that goddamn bus.
He's got a point. Reason being is because, have you ever matched a crazy person's crazy? They tend to back it down. As soon as you let them know, hey, listen, I got a couple screws loose too. Yeah, I ain't got it all either. They tend to get right. They tend to get, quote unquote, dare I say it, a little normal. Now they have some sense. Now they got some act right about them. Now they're able to hold a full-fledged conversation and talk to you like everything is normal. Once you show them that, hey, listen, I'm not necessarily afraid of what it is you're doing. You might scare all of these other people off, but I'm with all that. They tend to get right when you act like that. You know what I'm saying? When you match that crazy energy and you let them know I got this in me too. So I get what he's saying when he's saying he not that crazy. He knew who he was trying. It was other males on that bus. He could have easily went for them, but he chose a soft target. He chose this sweet, delicate, young 23-year-old. She look a little older than 23. She look a little older. May she rest in peace. But that's who he chose. Out of all the other people on the bus, that's who you go after. I get what he's saying. Crazy, not that crazy, especially when it's matched with crazy. But let me go ahead and get back to it.
There were males. His ass ain't pull that shit with a man. He pulled it with a woman.
And another thing, it take crazy to know crazy. Look at dude. If I'm on a train, if I'm walking down the street and I see dude who's talking right now, I'm giving him the side eye. My head's on a swivel with him. I mean, damn, tatted from head to toe. Go ahead and, make the stereotype what it is. Cause I know if I see dude, I got guard up. I'm ready for whatever. And that's another thing I really want to touch on. Women, you guys have to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings and the times that we're living in. Yeah, I don't want the stereotype that all black men are monsters. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. But this is what it is. If it calls for that, then so be it. You gotta protect yourself. Cause times is crazy. It's 2025. Carry a mace. Get a gun. Carry a knife with you. And be alert. Be aware of your surroundings. Now, this is the only white woman on that bus. Lord knows she wasn't thinking that anything was going to happen to her, because 9 times out of 10, black people aren't going around harming white folks. She probably felt safe. But that don't mean you keep your guard down, and that's for all women. We seeing more and more women coming up missing daily. We seeing more and more women coming up in rivers. Y'all gotta be a little bit wiser and aware of the times.
His ass want that goddamn crazy. His ass seen a victim. He seen an easy one, an easy kill, and he took it. Y'all talking about some goddamn mental health. Everybody ain't just mentally off. A lot of these motherfuckers are demons, and y'all keep giving them excuses. That man was a demon. That's it.
It take one to know one. It take a demon to know a demon. He able to call old boy out because he know about that life. Crazy is crazy. You ain't got it all. All his screws ain't there. You getting tatted on the face like that, everybody questioning you. Everybody looking at you like you done been through some things. I know you done served a little bit of time. It take a demon to know a demon. Why you judging? Why you judging him, Coach Katie? You don't know him like that. I know ain't no person who got it all finna get they face completely hit. Now I can understand a little name here and there. I could understand, it's trendy. Face tats done took on a whole new trend. It's trendy. When you go hit up your whole face like that, I know you done been through some things your damn self. You know exactly what this demon is feeling. But it is what it is. Don't mind me.
Saw y'all talking about mental health. So goddamn what? Weird as hell. I really wish they found out who started that GoFundMe for Buddy ass that stabbed that lady on that bus. I swear. Some of y'all need to be hunted down and beat. Y'all making up these weird ass excuses talking about mental health played an important part. So fucking what? He need to be under the jail. His ass still need the chair. What the fuck does that mean? Knock it the fuck off. He wasn't that crazy. There was other men on that goddamn bus. There were males. His ass ain't pull that shit with a man. He pulled it with a woman. His ass want that goddamn crazy. His ass seen a victim. He seen an easy one, an easy kill, and he took it. Y'all talking about some goddamn mental health. Everybody ain't just mentally off. A lot of these motherfuckers are demons. And y'all...
I just think people are using the mental health trope because we've seen this before and we've seen it flipped. And usually when it's flipped, mental health is usually the reason why the person commits crime, why the person commits a mass shooting, something brazen, you know what I'm saying? The mental health card, we've seen it used on so many separate occasions. The shooting in Aurora, y'all remember that? At the movies, it was mental health, attributed to mental health. So there's been multiple occasions. Damn it, you might even be able to point to Columbine. Well, these boys weren't right. They mentally weren't there. Their mental health was off. So we've seen this before. on occasion after Dylan Roof. They took him to Burger King. Why they take him? Because his mental health wasn't right. So I think people are attacking it from that angle. People are saying, you know what, man? We so used to when it's the other way around, them using the mental health trope. Why can't it be the same way across the board? This dude was dealing with demons. He didn't have it all. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. If you stayed through the whole video, I appreciate it if you like it. Maybe you subscribe to the channel. We building a family up over here. And just remember, we didn't land on that plantation. Plantation politics landed on us.